All right. We good? Ready to go? All right. Well, I'll do the first question. Michael, great win for you guys. Obviously, the defensive effort is really what stands out. So can you just talk on the effort of the whole team defensively and how you guys were able to keep them that level?
Yeah, it's we play a really aggressive style of defense, and I think that worked tonight. And it really helped to have Dopper back there. I think he had like 48 saves, 5 goals. So having a guy like that be able to back us up, and then veteran guys like Mike and Macker back there, leading the young bucks. But we're big and athletic, so we're able to be super aggressive, and we saw that work out tonight.
Yeah, you're one of those young bucks. So just your first 2 games have looked really good. What's this transition been like for you into the NLL and through these first 2 games? How are you feeling?
I feel good out there. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, we got those veteran guys back there making the transition a lot easier. We had those 4 weeks at camp together. I feel like we clicked pretty quickly together, and I think you can see with every game our chemistry is getting better and better, like we saw tonight. So transition's been pretty quick, and I think as our chemistry builds, we're just going to keep getting better.
And then on the other side of that, could you just talk about, you mentioned already the veterans a little bit with Mike and McIntosh, but could you talk about just how those guys have led all of you rookies with there being 5 and what you've learned from them?
Yeah, they're super vocal leaders. They don't let things get by us. They hold us accountable, and if we're slacking, if we're not going too fast, they get on us, and they lead by example. Mac's out there playing offense and defense today, taking every shift, and he's been in the league for how many years? So, when you see a guy doing that when he's been around this long, it makes you want to play better because he wants to win so bad, and he's just leading by example, and we're learning behind them.
Let's talk about the power play. You guys were able to capitalize on a lot of the power plays tonight. What was the strategy behind that?
Yeah, those guys are so skilled. I mean, we work on it every time we practice together. When you got guys up top like Lyle, Shane, Colsey, those guys have been around. They work so well together up top, and then we got the young guys in there like Burnsy, Mooner. All those guys so skilled together. I mean, they tear us apart in practice. So, it translates onto the field in the game. So, just get the ball to those guys, and they're going to put it in the net.
I'm going to hold this bonus mic here for you. Or it's for me? Oh, okay. Well, was asking the question?
It's to get your question.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll wait till the end. Well, I was going to ask, so you're from Hamilton. I'm from Hamilton. Coach Eddie's from Hamilton. So I was going to ask, what was your path? One of the cool things about the Swarm, at least for me, is that there's a Hamilton connection now, and then also there's an RIT connection. And so did you play your minor in Hamilton as well?
I did. I played minor in Hamilton.
Yeah, awesome. I ended up playing in Burlington, but we talked a lot on broadcast about Oshawa being a huge lacrosse hotbed, if you will. Hamilton, I don't feel like personally is a hotbed of lacrosse, but it's a great sports town. It's I know a lot of guys from Hamilton that have gone on to play hockey and lacrosse, and we like to call it the grit pit. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned. You graduated from Sherwood. I graduated from Brebeuf, so pretty close. But what was it like growing up playing lacrosse in Hamilton? Because again, we always kind of think of it as a bit of a tougher city to grow up and play sports in.
Yeah, it's definitely gritty. Hamilton's a grittier city for sure. We always got, we were playing minor, the teams would look at us, kind of not give us the respect because we're from Hamilton. But, I think my age group had a good group of guys. We were together since we were like 9 or 10 years old, and we stuck together all the way up. We had great coaching. Eddie was helping out a bit. We had actually a former Swarm guy, Kyle Matisse, coach us all the way up, and he was one of the best coaches I've ever had. And that group stuck together, and we did really well. And last year of minor, we finished second in the province, which was kind of unheard of for a Hamilton team. But we were always looked at those the gritty Hamilton guys. It was hard to kind of get respect, but we kind of took that personally and had fun with it. Just went out there and no expectations, just go out there, have fun, and play our game. And it made us a lot better because we learned how to play as a team, and you can see a lot of guys from that team have gone on to play lacrosse at the next level or hockey at the next level, whatever sport they're doing. That team really went up. So
awesome, yeah. Again, we talk about on broadcast a lot about just where guys are from, hotbeds and stuff like that. And again, as I grew up playing with Andy Secor actually, and to a lesser extent Matisse. He's a little bit younger than I am, but so I always like to kind of talk a little bit about the path to get to where you are. But a great first win for you guys this year. What was the feeling coming off a tough loss to Buffalo, in which there was a weird call? You're playing in front of 19,000 fans in Buffalo, which I'm sure again you probably went to games growing up, being probably closer than Toronto or easier in times. But what was the feeling like coming off probably a pretty exciting game but a tough loss coming into this game?
Yeah, that game was awesome. I mean, you can't ask for a crazier first NLL game. Sold out in Buffalo, their banner raising night. It was surreal, and I thought we did a lot of good things in that game, and we did a lot of things that we could make better, and we saw that we made some of those things better tonight. But we go into every game expecting the same thing and preparing the same way. I mean, the amount of fans doesn't really change that. It can make the game a little more hyped, a little more exciting, loud in there. But I think we were just as ready for this game as we were for that game, and we just executed a little bit better today.
And you did say that it doesn't matter how many fans are there, but how was that feeling today in there, having all those fans rooting behind you?
It was awesome, and seeing after every goal they do the thing with the hands. I didn't really know that until today.
They do it tonight too. So.
I didn't know about that until today, so that was really cool seeing the fans get into it and getting excited for the guys. So it's really cool to have the city behind us there.
Now, can you tell me what's the biggest takeaway you'll bring into the practice this week after this win?
I think just seeing what we're able to do when we play our game, especially on the defensive end there. I think they only had 5 goals, and 3 of them I know were transition. They didn't get much 5-on-5 or power play against us. So just seeing what we can do when we play our game, and just going into the next one with the confidence that we have.